Hi children, we continue with our fourth chapter, carbon and its compounds. Today's topic is nomenclature of carbon compounds. We started nomenclature in the last class. Today we will do more questions on nomenclature of carbon compounds. Before we move on to examples of nomenclature, let's just summarize what we have learned yesterday. Now, what is a functional group? What is a functional group? An atom or a group of atoms which make a carbon compound reactive and decides its properties is known as a functional group. In a hydrocarbon chain, one or more hydrogen atoms can be replaced by atoms of other elements. And these elements which replace the hydrogen atoms in a carbon compound, they are known as heteroatoms. These heteroatoms can be halogens like fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, etc. Then oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. But in 10th standard, we will learn only two heteroatoms. One is halogen, and out of halogens, we learn only chlorine and bromine as a heteroatom and oxygen. Okay, only two heteroatom compounds containing heteroatoms, halogen or oxygen only we will learn this year. Now, if the heteroatom is chlorine or bromine, name of the functional group is halo. Name of the functional group is halo. We call it as chloro or bromo. The functional group is known as chloro or bromo. It is written as Cl or Br. This line, what is this line? The meaning of this line is it is the bond which it forms with the carbon atom. It is a bond that connects it to the hydrocarbon chain. Okay, that is this line. This is a bond. And in case of chlorine or bromine, the name of the functional group will be added as prefix chloro or bromo. Then with oxygen as the heteroatom, we have four functional groups. First one is alcohol. It is written as OH. Here, this functional group, chlorine or bromine, it is an atom. One atom alone acts as the functional group, but here it is a group of atoms. Heteroatom is oxygen, but it exists along with a hydrogen atom. So, it is a group of atoms which makes the carbon compound reactive. So, OH group. Then second one is aldehyde. Here also the heteroatom is oxygen, but it exists along with a carbon and a hydrogen atom, CHO. The CHO group is known as aldehyde. And CHO, the full form. How we write the CHO functional group is C double bond OH. This is how the CHO bond exists. CHO group exists. The bond between carbon and oxygen is a double bond, single bond to hydrogen atom. Then ketone, another one is ketone. Oxygen is a functional group along with a carbon atom, and this ketone group always come in the middle of a hydrocarbon chain. So, there are two bonds on either side, one bond on the left hand side, one bond on the right hand side. There will be a carbon atom on right hand side, and left hand side also there will be a carbon atom. And the last one is carboxylic acid. Third one is ketone. And the fourth one is carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid as a functional group, COOH. It is written as COOH, and it is written like the structure of the COOH functional group is C double bond O, then OH, COOH, carboxylic acid group. Now coming to the prefix or suffix part, chlorine and bromine is written as prefix. So, before the name of the hydrocarbon, chloro or bromo is added. But all other functional groups where the heteroatom is oxygen, the name of the functional group is indicated as suffix. For alcohol it is ol, aldehyde it is al, ketone it is on, and carboxylic acid it is oic acid. Okay, so what are the steps to be followed while writing the name of a carbon compound? Yesterday we discussed it. First thing is count the number of carbon atoms. First thing is you count the number of carbon atoms in the hydrocarbon chain and identify the word root like meth, eth, prop in that order. You have to find the word root. Then look at the nature of the bond between the carbon atom. Between the carbon atom, what is the nature of the bond? Based on that, you have to identify it as an alkane or Alkane. Always look for the bond between carbon atoms. So, if you find a bond like this in the compound, like C double bond O, it doesn't mean that it is an alkene, because here the bond is between, double bond is between carbon and oxygen. You need not consider that. Just consider the bond between carbon atoms. If it is a double bond or triple bond, ENE and YNE has to be added. Always look for the nature of the bond between carbon atoms only, not the nature of bond between carbon and oxygen. Clear? So, identify it as an alkane or alkene or alkyne. Then look for the functional group. See whether a functional group is present. It has to be added as prefix or suffix. If it is suffix, from the name of the compound, the final E has to be deleted. If it is propane, the final E has to be deleted and appropriate suffix has to be added. So, that is the method that you have to follow while we write the name of organic compounds, carbon compounds. Then, take your notebook and write down the question. Write the IUPAC names of the following compounds. So, along with me, you have to do it, otherwise you will not understand what is naming of organic compound. You have to, first few examples we will do together, after that you have to do it yourself, then only this topic will be clear to you. So, the question is, write the IUPAC names of the following compounds. First one, write the structure of the compound. What is the first step to be followed while we name a carbon compound? Count the number of carbon atoms. How many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms are there. So, what is the word root? The word root is 4 carbon atom. The word root is bute. 4 carbon atom. The word root is bute. Now, what is the nature of the bond between the carbon atoms? Between the carbon atoms, what is the nature of the bond? All the bonds are single bonds. So, you write it as butane. Clear? So, it is a compound of alkane. So, write it as butane. All the bonds are single bonds. Now, look for the functional group. Is there any functional group present? Yes, there is a bromine atom. There is a bromine atom. Bromo should be added as chlorine and bromine is used as prefix. So, bromo, the term bromo should be used as prefix. So, the name becomes bromobutane. I hope it is clear to you. First count the number of carbon atom, then look for the nature of the bond between the carbon atom and write ANE, ENE or YNE. Then look the functional group and find out whether it is prefix or suffix. Here it is prefix. So, we write it as prefix. Bromo is written as prefix. So, with that the name is written bromobutane. Okay. Now, we move on to the next one. Look at the second compound. Write the structure of the second compound. First, count the number of carbon atoms. First step is to count the number of carbon atoms. How many carbon atoms are there? 3. So, what is the word root? Prop. For 3 carbons, the word root is prop. Now, look at the nature of the bond between carbons. Between carbons, all the bonds are single bonds. So, you write it as propane. Write it as propane. Now, is there any functional group present? Yes, there is an OH group. OH, alcohol. What is the suffix? Is it prefix or suffix? Alcohol, it is suffix OL. So, how we have to write the suffix OL? By deleting the final E from propane. Delete the final E from propane and write OL, making the name propanol. Clear? So, 3 carbon atoms, all the bonds are single bonds. So, we write it as propane. Final E is deleted and we write the suffix OL for alcohol. So, making the name propanol. Okay. Now, look at the next compound. How many carbon atoms are there? You have to see aldehyde, carboxylic acid and ketone. The functional group also contain carbon atom. So, you have to count those carbon atom also. The carbon of the functional group CHO, CO and COOH. The carbon of the functional group also should be taken into consideration. So, total how many carbon atoms are there? 5. 5 carbon atoms are there. Write it as pent. Pent. What is the nature of the bond between carbons? All the bonds between carbons are single bonds. So we write it as pentane. Pentanes. It's a compound of pentane. Now what is the functional group here? Here the functional group is CHO. CHO is aldehyde. Aldehyde group. So it is to be added as suffix. So what we have to do is, what is the suffix to be used here? Here the suffix to be used is al, al for aldehyde. So delete the final E from pentane and write al, making the name pentanal. Making the name pentanal. The table you have to by heart. Only then you will be able to write the name. Actually it is very easy, provided you can identify the functional group and you know whether the functional group is to be added as prefix or suffix. So the table is very important. Now question number 4. There are how many carbon atoms here? You can see that this is the functional group COOH. Which is that functional group? Carboxylic acid. So when you count the number of carbon, take this carbon from carboxylic acid also into consideration. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons are there. So bute. All the bonds between carbons are single bonds. Don't look for this bond. This bond between carbon and oxygen, that is a double bond, need not take into consideration. So we always look for the nature of the bond between carbons. So it is butane. It's a compound of butane. And the functional group I have already marked here. It is carboxylic acid. It is added as suffix oic acid. So delete the final E. Delete the final E. Then write oic acid, making it butanoic acid. The name becomes butanoic acid. Now question number 5. First count the number of carbons. Prop. All the bonds between carbons are single bonds. Need not take into consideration the C double bond O. It is between carbon and oxygen. So it doesn't make this compound an unsaturated compound. This is a saturated compound. All the bonds between carbons are single bonds. So it is a compound of propane. Here the functional group is C double bond O, CO, ketone group. So delete the final E and write the suffix ONE, making the name propanone. Making the name propanone. This is the simplest ketone. Simplest ketone. As I have told you in the beginning, ketone always, this group, ketone group always come in the middle of a hydrocarbon chain. So this is the simplest ketone that exists, propanone. This is the compound that is used as nail polish remover. Propanone is used as the nail polish remover. It is the main component of nail polish remover, propanone. Now, next one. This is an easy compound. There is only one carbon atom. Please don't take the C of chlorine as a carbon. This is Cl together is a functional group. It is chlorine. There is only one carbon. So we write it as methane. We write it as methane. Only one functional group, that is chloro, which is to be added as prefix. Chloro and bromo comes as prefix. So chloromethane. Now question number 7. How many carbon atoms are there? 1. Again write meth. All the bonds are single bonds. So it's a compound of methane. What is the functional group here? CHO. So final E has to be deleted and write Al, methanol. Methanol. Again a compound with only one carbon atom. So write it as methane. Bonds are single bonds, only one carbon, so it is compound of methane. What is the functional group here? COOH, carboxylic acid. So delete the final E and make it methanoic acid. Methanoic acid. This compound is methanoic acid. In acids, bases and salts, we learned about during bee sting, acid called methanoic acid is injected into our body. So this is that methanoic acid. This is commonly known as formic acid. This acid is commonly called formic acid. When you get an antibiotic also, the same acid is injected into our body. This is methanoic acid. Next one, question number 9. How many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 carbon atoms are there. So this is a compound of pent all the bonds between carbons are single bonds. All the bonds between carbons are single bonds. So we can write it as pentane. We write it as pentane. What is the functional group here? Here the functional group is CO. What is CO group? Ketone. So delete the final E from the name of the compound and write ONE, making it pentanone. So here you can see that the condensed formula is given. The question for nomenclature can be structural formula or condensed formula. Anyway, it will come. So you should be able to answer it. So question number 10. How many carbons? 3 carbons. So all the bonds between carbons are single bonds. So propane. Which is the functional group here? This bromine. So we write it as bromopropane. This compound is bromopropane. 11th one, 4 carbon atoms, but. All the bonds between carbons are single bonds. So we write as butane. What is the functional group here? CHO. So delete the final E and make it al, butanal. This is a compound, butanal. The functional group is aldehyde. So butanal. Now question number 12. Look at the number of carbon atoms. 5 carbons are there. So pent. Now what is the nature of the bond here? There is one double bond. So we write it as ene. There is a double bond between carbon atom. So we write it as ene. Is there any other functional group? No, there is no other functional group. So the name of the compound is pentene. Now question number 13. 4 carbons. So write it as but. Nature of the bond between carbons. In the straight line you look, there is no double bond or triple bond between carbons. So we write it as butane. Please don't look for this C double bond O. This is a part of functional group. Here the functional group is COOH, oic acid. So delete the final E and write oic acid, making it butanoic acid. Now question number 14. 4 carbon atoms are there. So write but. Between carbons there is a triple bond present. So write it as YNE. A triple bond is present between carbon atom. So you write it as YNE. So it is butane. There is no other functional group. So it is butane. Now question number 15. Please count the number of carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For 7, the word root is hept. Look at the nature of the bond. There is a double bond. So we can write as ENE, heptene. There is no other functional group present. So the name of the compound is heptene. Okay, so this is how we name carbon compounds. I hope it is clear to you. More examples you can do. Textbook, some compounds are given. Try to solve all those questions. Do it again and again so that it is clear to you. So that's all. Thank you, children.